Welcome to the daily broadcast coming to you from the Arctic Air Studios, where today in West Texas, you needed some Arctic air. If it wasn't Arctic, you need to call the bear. No doubt about it. We are knee deep in College World Series championship game tonight. Tennessee and Texas A&M as their overlord, the University of Texas, and Chris Del Conte looks over them going, whom shall I select as my next head coach for $2 million a year? Some amazing stuff today in college baseball. All that, we're handing out helmet stickers, whatever else may be on your mind. Texas Tech baseball in the portal, your discussion, your comments, your questions, everything else. Tonight, we want to hear from you, just like Jan on the United Supermarkets chat line. United Supermarkets, where you can, you're probably within like 5 minutes of one if you're around Lubbock or West Texas. If you're out in the hinterlands, there's still some close to you. They take care of all the communication because they love you. They want you to talk about Texas Tech. So whether you are on Twitter, like Jan, or YouTube, like so many other folks, or on Facebook, like so many other folks, thanks to United Supermarkets, get your comments and questions in. We ask the early arrivals to do one thing. It's real simple. Let us know the audio is good, the video is good, and then share it with your friends. Invite them in for a fun West Texas conversation on a Monday night. Let's do it in 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good fine folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com. You started your day there, looking at the website, getting in on the, questions of the day. Each day we got certain questions. On Monday, we hand out helmet stickers. We celebrate awesomeness. We gave out a few. We'll give those tonight on the broadcast. You guys can give yours. Who was awesome, sports or otherwise? We do that thanks to Domino's Pizza, Domino's.com. It's Monday. We don't need Monday night football. We need Monday night baseball. We need Monday night to celebrate great pizza, whether it's Brooklyn style. Maybe you're like me and you like a thin crust, or maybe you just like the hand toss, or just the regular stuff. It doesn't matter. Get the app. You're cruising around town. It's so easy to pick it up on the way home. And they still actually deliver to your house. They don't deliver to my house because we're way out in the middle of nowhere. They probably deliver yours. Also brought to you by Red River Brewing Company, Red River, New Mexico. Holy cow. Now available in Texas. I think Specs in Lubbock. You can get their special rye bourbon. They got gin. They got vodka. They got all sorts of cool spirits that are now available in West Texas. Our man Michael Calhoun been working on that for the last 7 years, getting it ready for market. Now you can get it in West Texas. So if you love it in Red River, you can get it in West Texas now. All the Western wear brought by Boot City. Boot City, one money saving mile outside the West Loop. It's a purple shirt. Yeah. Jordan Strait. Cool. Purple shirt. It's got a purple shirt. Yeah. I like purple. I would wear purple every day if I could. Chris says it's working. We believe you. So we got YouTube in. We've got Twitter in. Now I need my Facebook people jumping in on the United Supermarkets text line. Let's talk about it tonight. Helmet stickers. Who deserves a little credit for being awesome? Let's talk about the College World Series finals. We are 1-0 top of the second right now. Tennessee with the Moore home run in the first inning, and I think Tennessee gets this done tonight with Tony Vitello, Frank Anderson pitching coach, and then all hell breaks loose after that. There we go. Chris is in on Facebook. So we got all three okay, this is like maybe one of the few times we've ever had in a row Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Usually one or the other is jumping out there early on and getting in. So we want your comments, questions. We can talk Texas Tech stuff tonight, West Texas, anything you want to get into. I do want to talk about, though, today, Texas firing David Pierce. So for the last 2 weeks, everybody has been wondering in college baseball, is Chris Del Conte, the athletic director at UT, going to fire David Pierce? Another early exit, another disappointing year, even though he's taken them to the College World Series 3 times, the last one in either 21 or 22. But that's not good enough. When A&M's going to the College World Series, that's not good enough as you go into the SEC. And obviously, I think we can all agree right now, whether you love Tech, the Big 12 or not, the SEC is college baseball standard. So everybody's been waiting for the last 2 weeks. Is he going to fire him or not? And we thought he was, but he kept not firing him. So why would you not fire him? You could hire any coach in college baseball over the last week to 10 days. Pretty much anybody that you wanted to hire, if you were UT, you could have hired them and had them in play. You could have fired Pierce and hired them. So who do they want? They want one of the two coaches coaching tonight. So let's go back into back history for those who don't know. Chris Del Conte was the AD at TCU. Jim Schlossnagle, the head coach at TCU baseball, for years took him to the College World Series multiple times. Great job. They had an assistant coach while they were building and growing by the name of Tony Vitello, who was credited with a lot of great recruiting at TCU. He ends up being the head coach at, you guessed it, Tennessee. So now you have Chris Del Conte at Texas, Schlossnagle leaving TCU after Del Conte leaves to go to A&M, ostensibly to have better facilities, better money, better everything at the SEC school. And now Texas is an SEC school. And then you have Vitello, I think it's a little more on the by, Vitello at Tennessee, about, I think, to win a national championship. Chris Del Conte has walked up to the craps table. He's grabbed the dice and he says, I don't care whether we odds the 6 or the 8. I'm coming home with a coach tomorrow. But it is just fascinating, the hubris of Texas to announce it today when everybody knows you're going after those two coaches, to submarine, to torpedo the biggest day in Texas A&M baseball history and the biggest day in Tennessee baseball history by far. And you, Chris Del Conte, come out and do this. Well done. I mean, just plop them out on the table. We're Texas. Everybody hates us. You guys are going to do so well in the SEC. So well. It's just going to be awesome to watch the people in the SEC just, I mean, love up on Texas and give you everything you want. CJ already had a deal with the A&M coach. I don't believe he did. Sounds like he had a deal with Schloss or Vitello, says Chris. I don't know if he did. I think he's going to. Okay, so David Pierce is going to get fired, 70% remaining on contract at $1.2 million a year. Do the math. The new coach at Texas is going to make $2 million a year, or whatever the highest paid coach in America gets for baseball. It's what he's going to get. All eyes are on the Brenham McDonald's. Well done, Chris. So Texas being Texas. Arrogant UT, says Jan. Yeah. Now, we talk about this and we look up, and it's bottom of the second now. Camarillo struck out swinging on a 3-2 slider. Looks like strike, maybe slider. And we go from there. I can do a better job doing play-by-play, by the way, off the live game cast than a lot of people can. Just saying. And I'm not talking about anybody doing the College World Series or anything else. If you didn't listen to 1620 Zone out of Omaha and the live broadcast that they were doing up until this weekend that they got to do, man, that was so cool. I love when we would be up there for the College World Series, they would pipe that in everywhere you went in the stadium. You went to the bathroom, you didn't hardly take a leak, unless you were listening to the game for a couple of weeks. So those guys are incredible. They do a great job. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them at all. Danny, who is not a Parrot, but his last name is, as a Tech grad, should I care who wins the College World Series tonight? Yes. Tennessee. Pardon me. And here's why. They're farther away and they're outside of your natural recruiting area. Now, you are a national recruiting school, so you go up against Tennessee, you go up against A&M, but if anybody can benefit from it, from a tech standpoint, root for Tennessee. They're farther away, and that make it easier for Tony Vitello to leave and disrupt that program, and people will transfer out, and they're going to lose a lot of players anyways. They're going to lose a lot, and we're going to get to why I think Tony Vitello is going to be the next head coach just a little bit. But yeah, root for Tennessee to win it. Never root for A&M. Never root for anybody in the state of Texas or immediately around you to win a national championship. It hurts your recruiting. Always. Chris, does Edmonton complete the comeback tonight? Dude, I love watching Stanley Cup playoff hockey. It's the only hockey that I care about anymore. I don't even have to know who's playing. I watch them play hard. Are you kidding me? Who the hell knows? They shouldn't be there in the first place. Who the hell knows? And I mean, if I root for Edmonton, I'm rooting for Canada, Florida, good God-fearing state, red state. Hard to root against it. You know, Governor DeSantis. My gosh, watching Edmonton the other night, everybody in the building wearing the same hockey sweater, except for like 3 guys who didn't get the memo. Hey, we're wearing the home. We're wearing the blue with the orange on the shoulders sweater, okay? Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't get the memo, eh? So, I don't know. We'll see. So there you go. Glad you guys are watching, whether you are on YouTube, whether you are on Facebook, whether you are on Twitter. And we hope you are on one of those. Otherwise, we're not sure how you're seeing this. Thanks to United Supermarket. You can text in, chat, comment, get your comments in. We want to see it here. We're brought to you by Domino's Pizza on a Monday night, Domino's.com, and get the app no matter where you are. College World Series finale, helmet stickers on a Monday. I'll give you, okay, let's do helmet stickers real quick. And who gets my helmet stickers this week? We hand out helmet stickers in Raiderland. We want helmet stickers to be great again. We put the picture up of Jim Hart in about 1982, 1983 at Tech with the huge white Mask Rider double T logo helmet stickers on the helmet, and they're awesome. And the team sucked, but they had great helmet stickers. And we want helmet stickers to be great again. We recognize people who are awesome, sports or otherwise. So first off, let's do this. Let's go John Force, NHRA driver. You guys know him, legend. Horrible crash yesterday, 74-year-old in ICU. They've not released any of the injuries. Get back fast to racing John Force. You're a badass. He gets a helmet sticker. He ought to get a helmet sticker just for rolling out there. I don't know if you saw the wreck. He completes the line, and then it gets sideways, hits the left barrier, crosses back to the right. He's engulfed in flames the whole time. Conscious when they got him out. They have not talked about the injuries. John Force, you get one. After that, we give one to the rock band Queen. God save the Queen. Well, God might have saved the Queen, but Sony is ponying up over $1 billion for their catalog. That's more than the Beatles, Michael Jackson. What's the guy who nobody can understand what he's saying? Heck and really show. Yeah, all of them crushed it. Crushed it. Good job, Brian May. I'm going to give this one to Brian May. We give a helmet sticker to every Texas Tech South Plains College athlete competing at the Olympic trials, whether you advanced, didn't advance, don't care, don't matter. Just to be at the Olympic trials, to me, blows my mind that you're that good. And it wasn't that long ago when Texas Tech rarely had an athlete at the Olympic trials, let alone have any chance to make the Olympic team. And this weekend, keeping up with that and everything else, very, very cool to see that. We want to give a helmet sticker this week to everybody in Rudo. So the firefighters, the hot shots, LEOs, anybody who is making a difference, doesn't matter. It's going to take a while for that community to bounce back. I think at a level that people are going to think, well, the fires are over. No, I think it's going to take a lot longer than that. Big tax base hit. So we'll see. So we give them that. I think I'm leaving out somebody here on all of our. Yeah, we get that. We get that. Yeah. I think we got them all for the most part. Chris gives a helmet sticker to my now fiance for saying yes. All right, everybody, cheers. Product placement. Way to go, Chris. Bon vivant. Fantastic. Many happy returns. Best wishes and blessings upon the pending nuptials. Way to go. All right, so let's talk about, and you guys can give us your helmet stickers. End of 2 now in Omaha. 1-0 Tennessee. Can't come into bat. So we can talk about why I believe Texas is going to hire Tony Vitello, and why I think Tony Vitello will take the job, and why all of this happened today. So, but fire away, questions, comments, United Supermarkets. Hammer it away. Just hammer away on it. Get them in. Doesn't matter. Like fake Natalie Maines. Remember the Philadelphia Eagles pickle game at the old Texas Stadium? They took cowgirls behind the woodshed. Do you think the Vols or Aggies drink pickle juice with 110 degree in the heat index in Omaha? Okay, so the pickle juice, it's a magnesium. The whole thing on that, this was about 2001 or 2. I can't remember how. Deuce McAllister and Donovan McNabb, I believe. Was it McAllister? I know for sure McNabb. Anyways, real hot, everything. They're at Texas Stadium. They were drinking the pickle juice. They get a win. Everything is staying up. All right, it's magnesium. It's what it is. So almost all the sport drinks that you see advertised in dugouts, they're not drinking. They're not drinking Gatorade. They're not drinking Powerade. They're not drinking this. It's a special mix that they put in those things that they advertise, but it is a magnesium, high magnesium and something like this that they utilize. So, yeah, they're not drinking pickle juice, but they are utilizing a magnesium source. There are a couple of different additives that they have that they give the players individually. I would not be surprised if today some of the players took IVs, quite frankly. Wouldn't be surprised at all this afternoon if a few of the players took an IV. I don't mean like a needle for bad stuff. I mean like hydration. David Collier heard David Hyde Pierce was let go. Didn't know Frazier was still on. It was shocking to me because I thought he was really the glue that held the whole thing together with Maris. And I mean, without him as the foil, Frazier's not nearly as funny. He's just cranky and angry. And then he's just a cranky and angry guy who doesn't really want to take care of his dad. So when Texas let go of David Hyde Pierce, you were letting go of somebody who was really taking care of their father and also being a nursemaid, the neurotic radio guy, which, of course, you are now one of those people. I'm not. I do radio. I don't do radio on a radio station. David Collier now is the neurotic radio guy who does radio on a radio station in a very neurotic fashion. So I agree. I was shocked myself that Texas would do that when they claim that they love old people. Joe, if for whatever reason Del Conte can't get either coach, will he offer a job to Tadlock, or is that ship sailed? Magnesium will give you the runs, depending on how much you use. Let's go to Joe's deal. I sent a text to David Collier, KMAC 28 sports director earlier today. He can verify this. I'll say it out loud. If this firing had happened 5 years ago, Texas Tech fans would be in angst and worried that Texas would go after Tim Tadlock and money whip him away. Today, Texas Tech fans are in angst and upset that nobody is trying to hire Tim Tadlock away. And that's the reality of where you are right now. That you would much rather be where you were 5 years ago and sweating Texas trying to come after your coach than sitting here today and going, no, they're not coming after Tim Tadlock. That's not a knock against Tim. And I hope Tim knows this. I think he does. Ain't no big fan, brother. But that's the reality of where the program is, where you are right now, and where college baseball is. That is, Chris Del Conte fires David Pierce. He's not looking to a Big 12 coach. He's looking to an SEC coach. He's not going to hire somebody out of the Big 12. He's not going to hire somebody out of Texas unless it's Schlossnagle, which would be fantastic. Sign me up for that. No. He's looking east, baby. And that's why he did it today, because he's looking at the SEC in the title game and said, hey, what can we do to beat Texas today? Oh, I know. Let's fire Pierce, make it official, and start all this. Tadlock has been busy in the portal, got the kid out of Stetson, working on it. It's a process right now with Tech baseball. Yeah, I think you need to get older in pitching. I like where they've gone. You got to get older in pitching and stay old in pitching, and that's what teams are doing. He has plenty of NIL money to work with. It's a matter of utilizing it. There are people that would tell you that the last 2 years that Tadlock has not, if not embraced, I hesitate to use the term embrace, utilized the opportunities he has had. Okay. Now this year, in order to utilize it, you've got to get people who want to come here. We'll see what happens. Chris says off of YouTube via the United Supermarkets chat line, Tadlock will have Tech back in the CWS. And I think the pieces are there. The program's there. We're going to do a 60 seconds of Raiderland commentary tomorrow about the end of opulence in college sports and how NIL and paying players is going to end facilities, and how Tech got lucky. And it applies to Tech baseball in a way. Randy says Tadlock mows his own yard. The sips like prima donna coaches. Prima donna. Okay, it took me a second. Prima donna coaches. All I read right there, Randy, was prima donna, and I'm thinking 1983. So Lucky Star comes out in 83. Lucky Star was really good. The video, it's really awkward. She's dancing. This is where David Carr needs to come back in. Lucky Star video. You could be my lucky star. I had a quasi-girlfriend. I thought she was my girlfriend. She didn't know it at the time and never really acknowledged it. But I had a girlfriend at the time. She was kind of like Madonna, but she was different and didn't look like her. But anyhow, prima donna coaches that hang out country clubs. They never hire a common man. Look at Sark and his hair gel and designer suits. All right, Randy, here's the deal. Dave Pierce wasn't a prima donna coach. David Pierce was a down on the ground. He was a coach. He wasn't a country club guy. Go back and look. He coached at Sam Houston State. Go back. He's won everywhere he's been. He won Texas. So to sit here and say they, don't hire it, that's wrong. He didn't win enough. And his biggest thing was assistant coaches. From Tulowitzki to Woody Williams. He fires Woody Williams as his pitching coach last year. like 4.19 ERA. And then they don't hire a pitching coach. He's going to take it over. It balloons up to 4.8. Doesn't matter. You don't get out. That's what killed him, was that. And the recruiting was just not happening the way it should. Danny, I think some of Texas Tech's pitchers went to Arkansas in the portal. Were they any good this year? They went last year. If you look at Mason Molina, the only pitcher that you're probably talking about, he had better numbers at Texas Tech than at Arkansas. And White went as a catcher. He was a better player statistically or otherwise, impact-wise at Texas Tech. Really couldn't get on the field at Arkansas. So neither one of them really made. And Molina was a weekend starter for the most part, but he had better numbers pitching for Matt Gardner and Tim Tadlock than he did for Arkansas. Not that anybody cares. And not that anybody cares. What are we doing here? We're tied up in the top of the third now. Let's go back and throw it. Single to left field, and Chestnut scores. The run is unearned after Chestnut stole third, singled, and then a throwing error moved him around after Kent flied out left center to start the inning. So one out now in the top of the third. We tied it up here, 1-0. It is oppressively hot in Omaha tonight for those who are not watching. And the ball typically does not carry well when it's hot. Once it gets down darkness, maybe late 7th, 8th, 9th inning, you might see the ball carry a little bit more. Right now, both teams are just trying to just survive with what pitching they have. Pitching from a bullpen standpoint is set up better for A&M tonight. I still lean Tennessee. On this one. We'll see if they get there. Yeah, indeed. Tie ball game, says the fake Natalie Mays. Does Tadlock really mow his own yard? Do we know that? Can we confirm that, David Collier? I don't know that we can. I want you guys to do a couple of things. One, celebrate the replay people. Everybody who is here watching right now, celebrate the replay people. We can't do this at a time where everybody can watch at the same time. We love the replay people, whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube. Just right now, even if you hadn't commented, even if you got nothing to say, just say, we love the replay people. Text it in, put it out there. That'll be awesome. Then I want you to share this. Do this. When we go post it at theraiderland.com, the website. We archive everything there. Then tomorrow morning, jump in, baby. theraiderland.com, about 9:30. We'll have the hot links for you. We'll have all the cool stuff. And we'll have our Tuesday's Best question where we ask you to give us 2 examples of a certain topic. It's not hard. It's easier than getting ready for a presidential debate, apparently, than if you're the president of the United States of America. Replay people. See, CJ is right there. CJ is my man. CJ is getting it done. We got, 130 people out there doing this, that, whatever. CJ's making it happen. Tad's neighbor seeing mow in his yard late at night. We don't need that. We need it Thursday night. He needs to mow on Thursday night mowing league. Thank you, Outkick.com, Joe Kinsey. I'm trying to get some stickers. Got a long backstory on this, but I'm trying to get Thursday night mowing league stickers to hand out to you guys that actually mow on Thursday nights. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Collier bailed on us, didn't he? Golly, what a waste. He's up at like 4 in the morning. I get texts from him at 4 in the morning. We're talking David Collier, KMIC 28 Sports Director. So like 4 in the morning, I get texts from him. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's throwing BP or something to immigrant kids that are coming into the country that he's trying to sponsor. So then he's like on a radio at 9. I get texts from him like, yeah, you got any topic ideas? Then he's on TV at 6 and 10. Is it 10 o'clock? He's on more than I am. And I'm only doing like 4 live content things a day. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. 3. 1, 2, yeah, 3. Are we middle of the third? We're going to the bottom of the third now. All right. I'm going to go with it. I think here's the deal. And I don't think I completely told you why. Tennessee wins tonight. Vitello takes the job, and here's why. He'll never repeat what he's done this year in the last 2 years, 3 years at Tennessee in the next couple of years. I agree. It's the CWS. Don't get me started, Randy, on that. So if you're Vitello, you take the Texas job, you restart the clock, you take all the resources, you give it a go, and you restart a 5 to 7 year clock on getting back to Omaha, trying to win something, do it, whatever. But he's done something at Tennessee nobody's had ever done, got close. They're going to expect it every year now, and they have the money and have the resources to fire you in a couple of years. So if I'm Vitello, win or lose tonight, I'm out of there. And then the fascinating thing is he brings back Frank Anderson as the former pitching coach. But he strikes me as the guy who knows what happens when you got to feed the beast in the SEC. And the best thing to do is move along. Win or lose tonight, I think Tony Vitello here, what's today? Monday? By Friday, he is the head coach at the University of Texas, making $2.1 million a year, the highest paid coach in college baseball. And Frank, if you're watching this later on tonight, I hope you won, and I hope you're getting paid, baby. I hope you're getting paid. All right. And yeah, it would be a fun show. So that's why I think it's going to happen. We'll see what happens. We'll see everybody tomorrow, theraiderland.com.